and welcome to the Environment This Week series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be covering topics which are important from General Studies paper 3, that is environment and ecology. So the concept that we have followed is we have taken news from the current affairs and then we will be delving deeper into the static portion of it, and in the end there will be practice questions, and like always you people will give me the answer in the comment section. So let us first of all look at the important topics that we will be discussing. So first is the Karampuzha Wildlife Sanctuary, second is India's first night safari, third is the Kancha Gachibauli, which is very much in news and was also trending, then the forest encroachment in 25 states as per the report. So these are the four topics. So let us start with the first topic, and that is the Karampuzha Wildlife Sanctuary, which is situated in the state of Kerala, one of the southernmost state of India. Then if we talk about the news, so it was the Karampuzha Wildlife Sanctuary was in news because it has been one of the newest protected areas, and many new species has also been found in this wildlife sanctuary. So if we will talk about the Karampuzha Wildlife Sanctuary, then Kerala's most recent protected area. So most recent, it means the most latest protected area of Kerala is the Karampuzha Wildlife Sanctuary, and it has also emerged as a biodiversity hotspot. Now Kerala is a region which is very rich in flora and fauna, and the Western Ghats is also passes through the Kerala. So region which is very rich in flora and fauna, and the diversity of flora and fauna is also very high in Kerala. Then the recent survey conducted by the Forest Department has reported 63 new species of odonates, butterflies and birds. So basically these 63 new species have also been observed and identified by the Forest Department, and which has played a very big role in describing it as a protected area. Then it is located in the western slopes of Nilgiri Hills, and it spans at an area of about 227.97 square kilometers. Now then if we talk about the wildlife sanctuary, then wildlife sanctuary is a part of the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve and shares boundaries with the Mukurti National Park and to the east, and Silent Valley National Park to the south. Important point that you need to remember from the exam respect, because it can be asked in the examination that this wildlife sanctuary shares border with which other wildlife sanctuary or which other tiger reserve or which other national park. A question like this has already been asked in the UPSC prelims before. Then the sanctuary's name, that is the Karampuzha, it has derived from a river which flows through this wildlife sanctuary, and that is the Karampuzha river, which is a tributary of the Cheliyar river. And then if we talk about the characteristics of this wildlife sanctuary, then the steep topography of the area ranging from 40 meters to 2550 meters, and this is the primary reason for the unique biodiversity of this region. Then next is that this area is linked to the landscape of Tamil Nadu and Kerala, because it shares border with the Nilgiri National Park, and which also shares border with Tamil Nadu. Then the indigenous tribal communities of Kerala, such as the Chola Naikan and the cave dwellers, they reside within this sanctuary, and they have been classified as a PVTG, that is the particularly vulnerable tribal group. Now the PVTGs are the tribal group which you can say are the marginalized among the marginalized, or they are the people who have different characteristics. They remain usually isolated from others, and they do not have much social contact, and the social contact is very very less, and they are not open also. They have their own identity and they have their own culture. Many a time they have their own script also. So they are usually restricted in their lifestyle. And if in India if we talk about, then there are around 75 PVTGs, and the highest number of PVTGs is in the state of Odisha. Then if we talk about the vegetation and the fauna of the wildlife sanctuary, then if we talk about the fauna, so a variety of species have been found in the wildlife sanctuary, like the Nilgiri Thar, lion-tailed macaw, tiger and gaur. And if we talk about the vegetation, then the Century is the only forest area in the state that contain 7 type of forests. 7 type of forests are present, and these forests are evergreen rainforest, semi-evergreen forest, moist deciduous, subtropical hill, subtropical savannas, montane temperate forest, and montane wet grasslands. So before moving forward on the Drishti Learning app, the students of the GS online foundation course, so they can have the new feature of the artificial intelligence, which will make your study smarter. And there are few of the features that you can access, and that is the AI summary, AI quiz, and ask me anything. AI summary will give you the summary of the whole lecture. Then in the end, through the AI quizzes, you will be able to solve the MCQs related to the topic, and ask me anything. You can ask the question related to the topic. So this will make your study more fast and will give a new approach to it, and that will be more smarter, and you will be able to find it in the Drishti Learning app, the online students of the foundation course. Second topic is India's first night safari, which is opening in the state of Uttar Pradesh, in the capital of Uttar Pradesh, that is Lucknow. So Uttar Pradesh government is set to begin construction of the ambitious Kukrel Night Safari and the Adventure Park in Lucknow, and the basic aim of building this night safari is to promote tourism in the region and also the wildlife conservation, and this will be developed in 2 phases, and the investment is more than rupees 1500 crore to improve the tourism and also the experience of the wildlife safari at night. Then through this project, Lucknow is expected to establish itself as a major ecotourism hub, because night safaris would be something that the whole families would come and experience it, and this will be first of its kind. So this will give a boost to the tourism also. Then coming to the phase 1 of the project, so it is estimated cost is around 631 crore and is set to begin in April, and is expected to be completed within around 24 months. Then it will include essential infrastructure, enclosure, visitor facilities. Then visitors will get a unique opportunity to observe nocturnal wildlife in their natural habitat, which will be a new experience for the visitors. Then the proposed site draws inspiration from the famous Singapore Night Safari, and this Singapore Night Safari is very much famous for the experience it gives to its tourists and the visitors which come to visit the place. Now what will be few of the features of the night safari would be, first is the artificial moonlit path, so that would be carefully designed lighting to create a natural nighttime atmosphere. It should not look artificial, so the visitors who are visiting can experience the wildlife. Then eco-friendly safari rides, battery operated vehicles to ensure a pollution free experience also for the animals and also for the flora and fauna which are present inside the wildlife safari. Bird watching area, special section for bird enthusiasts to view rare nocturnal species. Then interactive educational center and luxury resort and accommodation option, so that people who want to stay can also stay. Now the third topic comes the Kancha Gachibowli. Now what is happening in this is a area in Hyderabad. So basically what is happening is that the around 400 acres of area, the trees which were there, or you can say the 400 acres of forest area was demolished or was stripped off by the government, and the people or the students of the Hyderabad University or the university in which the area of the Kancha Gachibowli was lying, the students are protesting and they even went on the hunger strike, and the people of Hyderabad are also protesting that the Kancha Gachibowli forest should not be removed or should not be stripped off. And it is saying that this topic was also trending few days back on the social media because of the videos that went viral showing the birds and the flora and the fauna, how they reacted to the stripping off of the trees. And looking at the population of Hyderabad and Hyderabad also being an urban city, Kancha Gachibowli works as the lungs of the city and one of the urban forest of the city. So from the perspective of environment and also from the perspective of conservation, so the environmentalists and the conservationists and all the people or the students of the university, they came out openly and they protested against this action of the government. So the Supreme Court has stayed the clearing of 400-acre green cover near the Hyderabad University, and after the Supreme Court stay, things became fine, and the students or the students of the university who were sitting on the hunger strike, they also cooperated and they also ended their strike. So responding to statement that the 400-acre is a forest, it was mentioned that it was never classified as forest in the revenue records. So this was also one of the points, that whether the Kancha Gachibowli has been regarded as a forest or not. Then Kancha, the meaning of the word Kancha means grazing or the waste land. Then the government was committed not to disturb the historical rock formation. So there is rock formation inside the Kancha Gachibowli, but the rock formation has not been disturbed. And the point that why this 400-acre of land at Kancha Gachibowli was being wiped off, the trees was being wiped off, was that the creation of the information and technology parks needs to be done so that jobs can be created and technology can be brought in. Now if you will look at this map, this is the map of the existing campus of the University of Hyderabad, and the area which you are able to see is the lining area. Now this lining area is the state government's land, and this is the area also where the 400 acres of land was being wiped out. And the protest has been going on by the students and the environmentalists and the conservationists, and the state government, which won the legal battle of the land in May 2024, after around 2 decades, they plans to auction the 400-acre land to generate revenue of around at least rupees 10,000 crore and build IT parks and improve the urban connectivity in the IT corridor of Hyderabad. But this created a lot of problem and the protest went on. Then the next topic was of forest encroachment in 25 states according to the report. So it says that in India, more than 13,000 square kilometers of forest area across the 25 states and union territories, it is under encroachment, and the total encroached area has been around 13,05,668.1 hectares. And if the National Green Tribunal has also jumped in, and the National Green Tribunal took suo motu cognizance. Suo motu cognizance means that taking the case on its own. Then of the issue, when a report indicated that more than 7,500 square kilometers of forest land was under encroachment. Now when the encroachment point comes up, it becomes all the more serious issue, because the forest land should not be encroached. Then the Ministry of Environment was asked to compile detailed information on forest encroachment, which resulting in this report. Now let us talk about the states with the most forest encroachment. First is the Madhya Pradesh, around 5,460 kilometers of land. Second is Assam, around 3,600, followed by Karnataka, Maharashtra, Arunachal Pradesh, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, Mizoram and other states. What has been the government action and response with regard to the encroachment? So that is, the Ministry of Environment has repeatedly asked the state to submit data on the forest encroachment and what is happening in different states with regard to the forest land. Then meetings were held with the states, and by March 2024, 409.77 square kilometers of encroached forest land was cleared. So basically this tells us, and very clearly it shows, that the encroachment of the forest land is taking place. States with the most, this we have done. the government action we have done. So these were the 4 topics which we discussed, and now coming on to the practice questions of these 4 topics. First practice question is, and you people will give me the answer in the comment section. First is, which national park is linked to the boundary of Karimpuza Wildlife Sanctuary? That is the Mukurti National Park, Wayanad National Park, Silent Valley National Park, or both A and C. Second is, where will the Kukrel Night Safari and Adventure Park be built? So that is Delhi, Lucknow, Kanpur, or Varanasi. Third is, Kanchi Gachibowli, a locality in Hyderabad, has become prominent for which of the following reasons in the recent years? So that is development of large scale manufacturing industries and chemical plants. Second, growth as a major financial and IT sector hub housing various multinational companies. C. Third, that is hosting the headquarters of the Defense Research and Development Organization. And fourth is the emergence as a major tourist destination due to its historical monument. Then coming to the last practice question, that is the 4th practice question, that is, which state has the highest forest encroachment according to a recent government report? So that is Uttar Pradesh, Assam, Karnataka, and Madhya Pradesh. So these are the 4 practice questions and the 4 answers that you will also give me in the comment section, and we have discussed this in the video. So give me the answer. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.